Good morning, children. Welcome back to English class. So, we are back again with lesson number 8 When I Was 12, written by R.K. Lakshman. So, as you know, we are going to start with part 2. I'm very sure that part 1 must have been a very interesting session for you all. So, now quickly take out your textbook, notebook, and a pencil, and we will definitely underline the important word and we will discuss the meaning as well. So, yes, we will start again with part 2 of lesson number 8. We quickly start with part 2. As we know, R.K. Lakshman was a really wonderful caricaturist and he had a talent for sketching. He also had a natural love for observation. So, these are the few sketches which were made by him. So, now quickly, children, we will go through the summary of part 1. As we know, children, this extract was taken from R.K. Lakshman's autobiography, which talks about his first dalliances with the comic form as a child. Now, he went to municipal school in Mysore, patronized by the Maharaja. Now, his arithmetic teacher scared him the most. So, because of his formidable behavior, he became the subject for Lakshman's first inadvertent caricature. Now, as we know, children, Lakshman sat in class and his mind miles away from his sums. That means he was not interested in sums at all. And that's how he started, making a sketch, half man, half tiger, which was actually the sketch of arithmetic teacher. Now, arithmetic teacher actually, came and pierced his left ear and he was being punished for his behavior. So now we will quickly start with the remaining, the second incident which took place in his life. So we will start the reading of the lesson. So let us quickly start the reading. So now children, in this part 2, the narrator is going to talk about one more incident. So let us quickly read this lesson. It was my sister's wedding, a very big affair. So it was his sister's wedding, a big affair. That means it was a very big occasion. In the south, the man who is very important at the time of wedding is the cook. So in the south side, whenever there is a wedding, the cook is supposed to be the most important person. Why? The reason is he was treated like a prince. Okay, why? Because the entire reputation of the wedding depended on this man's cooking. So now children, why the cook was actually treated like a prince? The reason is, for example, if the cook is going to make amazing and tasty food, then definitely what will happen? The people over there will appreciate the family and appreciate the cook as well, saying that yes, the food was really tasty, right? So yes, this was the reason the cook was being treated as a prince. So that day when he came, there was a general cry, "He has come, he has come." So children, over here it means that people over there started, actually, saying that he has come here, he has come here. That means the cook has arrived. So they all were really feeling happy about it. So people who never stood up for anyone also stood up. So there are few people who never used to stand for anyone. So even they, actually stood up for the cook, giving a respect to him. How to entertain him? To offer coffee to him is just not done because he is the one who makes excellent coffee. So now they also thought that how to impress him. That means how to entertain him. So what should we do? Should we give him or should we offer him a coffee? So then they thought that it was not a good idea. The reason is the cook actually makes an excellent coffee himself. So he is the one who makes the best coffee. Now, discussions began. Everyone hung upon his words. So as we know that they all were standing and they had a discussion with him. So they were actually waiting for his instructions. So everyone hung up upon his words. What do you want? So he wanted to know, what do you want? That means what should be the recipe for the wedding? So he asked, "We don't have to tell you what we want. You know the best." That pleased him. So when he asked about, what to cook and what should be the recipe, people started saying that, well, you're the best person and you know what should be the best recipe and what should be done for this particular, what dishes should be made for this particular wedding. So you're the best person. And by hearing this, he was really pleased. After an hour, he said, I wanted this much rice, this much ghee, this much, and so on. So that means the cook started giving them a list of items which he needed to cook the food. While all this was happening, I was in a corner of the room sketching as usual. So now the narrator wants to say while all this was happening, that means while the instructions were given by the cook and while the people were trying to impress him, he was actually sitting in a corner of the room sketching. Now, because I was a compulsive sketcher right from the age of 3. So that means compulsive over here means a behavior, children, that is very difficult to stop. So yes, sketching was a behavior or a hobby of the narrator from the age of 3, which he couldn't stop, and he used to love sketching. So yes, he took a corner of the room and he started making the sketch. While I was sketching, I was listening to the conversation. It seemed like they were ordering enormous quantities of food. But in those days, everything was so cheap. So now the narrator wants to say over here that while he was sketching, he was also listening to the conversation, and he also could, understand from the conversation that a lot of enormous quantity food was being ordered. So enormous over here means, children, very large in size. So very large quantity of food was being ordered. As we know, this was one of the biggest occasion, right? So but in those days everything was so cheap, right? So over here cheap means very less price. So even though the quantity was enormous, but still the price was actually very reasonable or very less. Discussions ended and he was about to go when someone said, you can't live without coffee. So yes, the discussion finally came to an end, and while he was about to leave, someone told him, you can't live without a coffee. Of course, it won't be good, but we will be highly honored. So he sat on. So over here it means, children, that of course the coffee which were going to be made for the cookman was, of course, a normal person was going to make the coffee, right? So the coffee, of course, can't match the taste of cookman. So that's the reason they said, of course, it won't be good, but we will be highly honored. So they mean to say, of course, it's not going to be as tasty the way you make the coffee, but we will be highly honored if you could sit and have a cup of coffee. Everybody was relaxed. To get the man himself was difficult, but to get the man to sit down and have coffee. So now everyone was relaxed. The reason is the cookman finally decided that he will sit and have a cup of coffee. At that time, one of my cousins saw my caricature and began to giggle. Now, there was narrator's cousin who actually saw his caricature and he started to giggle. Now, giggle over here means to laugh. Ha ha ha, the laughter spread like wildfire. Now, spreading like wildfire means within few seconds the laughter could spread, in entire area, I mean the premises. So now everyone was eager to know what was this a laugh for all about. Everyone wanted to have a look at the sketch. The group started moving towards me behind the pillar. Now everyone wanted to have a look at the sketch, and they also thought of moving towards the narrator, and they all thought of standing behind the pillar. The man found that his circle had diminished. Now the man found, that means over here the cookman found that the circle had diminished. That means a lot of people were actually circled, beside him. The reason is they were actually having a word or having a interaction with the cookman. But slowly he saw that a lot of people from that circle was reducing, and they were actually shifting to some other place to see what was happening. So he asked, what is it? He asked good humoredly. That means he asked in a good manner, politely, that what is it? Everybody thought it was a good likeness, but he took one look and fell grimly silent. Now, children, over here, grimly means in a very serious, gloomy, or depressing manner. I'm not going to cook for this marriage, he said, and began to make his way out. So, the narrator wants to say that the cookman was really depressed and he was really angry, and he quickly said that I'm not going to cook for this marriage, and he took his way out from that particular place. Members of the family, senior ICS officers, and others in high government posts ran after him. That means all the family members, including few people who were actually at a very high post in government. Government post, they all ran after him. So now, children, ICS over here means Indian Civil Service Officer, and yes, of course, the other high-ranked government post as well. So even though they were at a big post, they still wanted to actually respect the cookman, and they all, ran after him to convince him and to tell him that please wait. You have called me here to insult me, he said. I have cooked for the Maharaja. I have cooked for Supreme Court judges. I have cooked but never have I been insulted like this. Goodbye, thank you. So, yes, children, you can just see how depressed he was and disappointed he was. He strictly told them, I have been cooking for from so many years. I have cooked for Maharaja. I have also cooked for Supreme Court judges. Yes, but I was never been insulted like this. And because he was very angry, he said goodbye and he thought of leaving that place. Children, you can look at the picture and just see how this cookman is trying to run away from this place. And he stormed out. Stormed out over here means to show anger. So in a very angry manner, he is actually trying to walk away from that place. Then a very clever uncle was called upon to woo him back. Now, woo over here means persuade. How he did it, it is another story. So that means the narrator wants to say that a very clever uncle was called and he tried to persuade the cookman. Now, this is a different story, which of course the narrator is not going to explain us now. You might think I was roundly scolded for this major catastrophe. I wasn't. So now the narrator is asking us, definitely we must be thinking that he was actually being scolded by everyone. But no, catastrophe over here means, children, a disaster or a mess. So he is telling us that the kind of mess that he created, actually he also thought that he is going to be scolded by everyone, but he was not being scolded. My family always supported me. I don't know why. As an enlightened family, my parents neither encouraged me nor discouraged me. So he means to say that his family always supported him. And yes, of course, he belonged to a family which, they always, had neither encouraged him and nor even discouraged him. Mercifully, they left him alone. So yes, they left him alone. Now, these same parents left me with a piece of chalk at the age of 3. Now, the narrator is explaining over here that when he was at the age of 3, these same parents, actually, they gave him a piece of chalk. Okay, it was actually to encourage him. Now, later, this changed to a pencil at the age of 6 or 7. So, when he grew up to the age of 6 or 7, that particular chalk was actually been changed to a pencil. And then later on, as he grew up again, they actually gave him color pencils and paint boxes. I'm grateful to them. So by telling us all these things, he actually means to say that he was always been encouraged by his parents by actually, giving him whatever he actually was interested in for doing his artistic work. And he was really grateful for all of them. And they were very proud of me as I progressed from class to class. Of course, his parents were also very, very, proud of him as he was progressing. That means as he was going ahead from one class to another. So they were also feeling very proud of him. So yes, children, this was the end of the story, where the narrator is actually ending the story over here, and he's telling us in the end that how his parents supported him and how his particular hobby of sketching actually got converted and how he became an artist. And make sure, children, that you're going to read the lesson thoroughly and also go through all the important words. So till that time, children, take care. Bye bye.